Okay, I'm gonna be taking this apart so that I can soak this chain in some derust and clean up the other parts. I've already sandblasted the jaw. It needs new bolts. The bolts are 516-18. They go in from the bottom that holds this jaw in. Now to take the chain out, what you have to do, there's a roll pin. This roll pin. Oh, by the way, this is a Ridgid 460 chain vise. And so anyway, to get this off, you have to drive out this roll pin, and the roll pin sits down in here. So I just drove it out from this side with this thing. Now the chain will come out. It's hard to do this one-handed. Okay, so the chain comes out to here. That's as far as it goes because these wide links that grab down in here that lock the chain, they won't go through this hole. So you have to take this off here. Well, there's a link right here and it just pushes out real easy. Now, this is going to drop on the floor as soon as I pull it. So I'll put this whole assembly, just knocked my rope. I'll put this whole assembly in some rust cleaner. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I want to pull this chain out, but I don't know how hard it is to get that chain back in. So what I'm going to do is hook on some safety wire, 032, used for aircraft safety wiring. So that got through there. I wasn't planning on filming this, but then I went and couldn't find any videos online, so I figured I'd make one. All right, so now we got the chain off. I'm going to go stick it in some some de-rusting solution. There's nothing exciting about that. I won't show that. I'll just show reassembly. Hopefully I'll find my camera holder by then. Okay, I ran this chain in some de-rusting solution overnight and then covered it with bow shield. Now what I've got to do is pull it back through here. In fact, I think I'm going to spray a little bow shield in there. Now I've greased up the screw on the lever. So now I need to take this here, and this chain, back on here. There it goes. Oh, good. I got it. As far as it goes. Take the wire off I used to pull it through. Take the pin. Started. There we go. Pull this back in. There. Now I just have to tap in the roll pin. You got a roll pin here, little hammer here. All right. So it's all back together. And the way a chain vise works, put an object on here, you hook, this chain has extended links here, shafts on the links. You hook it through the bottom and you can tighten it up. Now it's solid, you can do your cutting. Another thing about this table, about this vise, there's this little thing here. What this is for, this screw thing, is you take a pipe and you put it between this and the ceiling of the room you're working in. Obviously it has to be a solid ceiling like a concrete or steel structure. And then you can tighten this up and that will hold this down and keep this from moving around while you're using it. And then these 3 holes here are for bending conduit. It only works for GRC, which is a rigid conduit, which is like a black pipe. But the electrical conduit, if you tried to do EMT, it would just kink. And so that is tri-vise. Replace the chain. I'm not going to foo-foo it up and paint it and make it look all brand new because this is meant to be used. And I'd feel bad about chipping the paint on it. So I'm just going to leave it like it is.